I've been tweeting.
The boobs are back!
So in theory, we have started, we're ready to go, and yes, you can see me twice stream because I don't care.
He's egotistic and he loves seeing himself play.
No. So, we have 16 player characters in this campaign, and only 3 people here, including me, so that's fun. But this is probably going to be the final episode of this campaign, because I can't imagine how we could delay it to the point where things don't catastrophically die this session, but we'll see how it goes. Characters can, and probably will, die. Campaign is probably going to end wiping away centuries of history, crumbling nations, and washing away Malika the card's past mistakes. And it'll be a great time for everyone involved. Yeah, so when we last left off, Ray had run away, abandoning the capital and trying to evacuate all the people to safety, while the capital just burned from the entire army of orcs just piling in and absolutely destroying everything. But the people were safe and in a rendezvous point in the middle of the woods, trying to find a place to go and to escape the destruction. Meanwhile, Dravis, Guidude, Glompario, and Chiron were up to the north, looking in the Pool of Wisdom and all that. Hey, Cactus, welcome to the stream. They were up to the north trying to figure out what to do, trying to find a way to cure the giant turtle creature that you guys are on the back of. And meanwhile, to the south, Doom Guy, Banana, and the Goblin were trying to hunt down Bongo Man and get revenge on Bongo Man for casting Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Doom Guy and making him just kind of fall over laughing. Doom Guy was pretty upset about that, so he just charged in to this group of people and immediately decided that he just wanted to shoot him in the face with a shotgun. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can have a bit of a visual representation of some of the stuff that's going to happen. Here you see the lovely world. Let me know when you can see it.
I see it.
Okay, so this is the 3 areas that we got going on, or the 3 main parties that we have. We have up to the north. This is where people are doing their thing with the Eye of Truth and Pool of Wisdom and all that nonsense. This is the capital that's been overrun and the people you got up there. And now we have down here. Well, I think we're going to start with this group down here because we didn't even get to them last session. I expected Hawk to be here so that he could actually like have his character react to stuff and have all that happen. But turns out Hawk's not going to be here, and he just wanted us to kill off his characters, so that works for us. We'll just see how it goes. So, Jack, as Doom Guy, you are the one who's in this group. Let me set the scene for you if you're ready. You got your Doom Guy character sheet pulled up? Are you
there, Jack?
alive?
He seems to be buffering or something.
Uh-oh. He started up Clone Hero and it caused his computer to have a heart attack.
He says.
Okay, my internet is very iffy. Everything's cutting out.
Oh no. Are you okay? Do you need me to stop sharing my screen or something? Can you hear us?
I did not hear a thing anyone just said.
Oh no.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
I can hear you now.
Is there anything we can do to help it be better?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with Doom Guy, if you're okay with that.
Alright.
So, what happened was, you walked into this clearing. I have a little representation here. So you are this green dot. I don't know if you can even see it with your bad internet, but this is you, the green dot, coming out of the trees. This is Banana, and this is the Goblin Guy. This is the group of orcs that were guarding this group of survivors from the shipwreck. There are a bunch of different races of creatures in here. There's a couple dragonborn, there's a couple halflings. These 2 green ones are Bob and Bongo Man. This purple one is Keep, the tiefling, and there's a bunch of other various races in here, along with a couple humans, and many of these people are sick with the plague at this point. Here there is a lonely dragonborn, gold dragonborn, just kind of sitting sadly off, separated from the group because no one likes him apparently, and they're just kind of staring at a rusty helmet that seems to be covered in kelp, like looking at it and wondering what's going on. Meanwhile, the orcs are just kind of talking amongst themselves, and you saw 2 orcs kind of like come down and rejoin the group, and they're all discussing, having a huddle. Meanwhile, you just decided to rush out over here, come up to Bongo Man, and just shoot him in the head. And strangely, he survived and didn't instantly die from a shotgun blast to the back of the head, but that's how damage works in Dungeons & Dragons, so we're just going to go with it. So, Jack, roll initiative.
Oh boy.
I know.
21.
21.
Come
Okay.
Yeah.
on.
So
what you playing over there,
you're
Shrews?
probably gonna get to go first here. Yep. Yeah, go ahead and go
Spike
first.
Pokemon over there.
So you had surprise on them. So you shot him in the head and everything. Everyone got spooked and was like, "What the heck is this person doing? Where did you come from?" And it's your turn to make a first action. You are, I would say that you have moved, and you are, in order to be able to get so close to Hawk or to Bongo Man, you would have had to get like right here or something. So you're within 5 feet of at least a couple people, and they would get a chance to opportunity attack you. Not necessarily that they're going to attack you, because they are just random civilians, but they might choose to. What would you like to do?
Can I shoot Bongo Man again while moving backwards?
Yeah, sure. I'll say Bongo
Alright.
Man kind of turns around and he's like, "Ah!" holding the back of his head like, "What is going on?" Still playing his bongos. So you want to shoot him with your shotgun?
Yeah.
Alright, roll to hit.
12.
12. Oh, okay. I think that that is a miss. I can't be sure because I don't have Hawk's character sheet and he didn't send it to me when I asked, but I'm gonna have to make a guess and say that that's a miss. So I'll say that you trip over the leg of one of these guys as you're trying to back away, and your aim goes wild and you accidentally shoot off in this direction and hit one of these guys, who immediately just gets shot, and since he was one of the ones who was sick with the plague and just lying on the ground in pain already, he just dies, and that takes care of one of them. Now, since these...
Okay, now I regret being silent protagonist because they can't say sorry.
So, all... Cactus says hit or miss. I guess he missed, huh? So, as soon as these orcs begin to hear a scuffle breaking out, these orcs kind of fan out and begin advancing upon the survivors, drawing their weapons. These survivors from the shipwreck are just kind of spooked, and they turn to you. They recognize you as the guy who tried to attack the orcs from earlier, and when Hawk tried to cast Tasha's hideous laughter on you and just make you like fall down laughing. Speaking of which, Hawk's character Bongo Man just kind of points at you again, and he's like trying to make you laugh again. Roll a wisdom saving throw. Also, what's your intelligence score?
Oh, intelligence?
2.
Intelligence score 12.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, roll your wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom 18.
Nice. Okay, yeah, you're safe. So Hawk tries to point, or Bongo Man tries to point at you and make you laugh again. You suddenly find things a little bit funny, but you're just like, "No, I am not falling for that again." Arrgh! And several of these survivors kind of stand up and draw weapons. Actually, no.
Hawk thinks he's wearing leather armor, so that would be an AC of 13.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for letting me know. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Okay, C 13. So yeah, that would have been a miss. And wait, how did is Hawk even watching the stream?
No, I just messaged him asking him what he had.
Gotcha. Thanks. So several of these survivors kind of stand up and are trying to like draw their fists and get ready because the orcs took their weapons and they are defenseless at this point. Speaking of which, these orcs have their weapons drawn and are advancing, and they seem like they're just about to start slicing into these survivors, not caring who started the ruckus. They're just going to start attacking. What would you like to do now? All these survivors just kind of start standing up and like looking around, being ready for battle, ready to flee, not sure what to do. Just kind of
You
like
just caused a
defending.
lot of chaos, didn't you?
Yeah, there's total chaos. Oh, by the way, as you look over at this, oops, well, I blew up the tree line. As you look over at your goblin buddy, who was supposed to execute part of this plan, you also see that he has begun moving this way around these orcs behind them, hopefully without them noticing. Yep. So he's moving along the outside of this group, and he's still like drawing in the sand or in the dirt. Let's just say on the ground. Sorry, let's just say he's drawing on the ground his little doodles with his weird crystal chalk or whatever it is that he's doing, and he's beginning to draw like a purple line that's starting from there and like going along, and he's just beginning to walk, drawing lines and sigils on the ground as he goes. Your turn.
All right. All right. So I want to try and do something stupid. I want to convince all the civilians that Bongo Man is with the orcs who are just attacking currently.
With your silent protagonist skills?
Yeah.
Roll me persuasion with disadvantage, because that's a complex thought to describe with miming while they're trying to attack you.
You look sleepy, Shroomy.
Wait, disadvantage is like the lower of the two rolls, right?
Yeah.
Right, so that would be an 18.
Wow.
Actually, no, total 20, actually, because I forgot modifier.
Wow. With disadvantage? What were your two rolls? I'm impressed.
19 and 18.
Holy cow. Wow, okay. So you...
Now I'm gonna get terrible rolls as Glumporian.
Yeah, only one of your two characters can do anything successfully at any one point. So,
Yeah.
you just kind of like put your shotgun in your belt and you're like... Oh wait, you can't see me right now. Hold on, let me stop sharing my... I'm an idiot.
You're like, silence.
Okay, can you see me? So you just go...
Yep.
and they're like, oh, now it makes sense. Let's get this hawk. And Bongo Man's just like, whoa, hey, what? This what? And they, several of the ones who are around Bongo Man just grab him and try to detain him. Let's see how well they succeed at that with a strength contest. Wow. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I don't know what happens when they tie.
It goes to the DM.
Okay, I just rolled one other guy, and he manages to detain Hawk. So Hawk is, or Bongo Man just has his bongos, like, taken away from him, and his arms are pinned, and he's held in place by some of these people, and they're like, holding on to him, but looking around nervously like, oh, what do we do? Help, as these orcs just begin to...
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River.
So the orcs just start slicing into these survivors, showing little mercy. Seems like they've finally gotten a word back from the main army. What is happening? And they're just beginning to advance and slice into these guys. And by the way, at the end of this, I can answer any questions that you might have about what happened, because campaign's hopefully going to end soon. So I can give any questions about what's happening, character motivations, and all that. Yeah?
What the heck just happened?
With the music? I don't...
That's probably Jack.
I mean,
I
yeah.
was playing Country Roads to suit how Hawk's in a bad situation.
Wow.
Poor Bongo Man. So, yeah, what would you like to do now? Glumpar, I mean, Doom Guy. It seems like you've convinced the people in your general area that Hawk is the threat, not you. So, they're okay with the fact that you just shot Hawk, I guess? And they're holding him in place?
I just run
Meanwhile,
up
these
to him
orcs
and kick him.
these orcs are just like slicing through innocents here and just mowing them down, and they have no weapons to defend themselves with, so they're kind of like fleeing and running. What did you say? You're gonna just kick Hawk? Or Bongo
Yeah,
Man?
Either that or start shooting the orcs.
Oh, okay. You finally gonna get your orc fillet? Alright. Roll.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna choose? Kick Hawk or shoot orc?
Orcs.
Okie doke, roll to hit.
16.
Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
That's a. Would that be a D8 plus 3 for crossbow plus light? Since we got nothing else.
Just do it as a. Yeah, do it like a crossbow, I think. I think we said it was. Yeah, it's whatever. It's something like that. Use some other analogous thing because we don't have crossbows or whatever.
We don't have
9.
crossbows?
I mean, we don't have shotguns in D&D. What about 9?
Alright, so that would be a 9.
Okay. 9 damage? Wow.
4.
I'm impressed. Okay. So yeah, you just take aim and the shotgun, like, blasts one of these orcs on the far right side, and almost all the pellets hit him, and he staggers backward with, like, his arms and chest bleeding, and he's like, and he stumbles backward. He's not dead yet, but he looks like he's severely injured. Then the orcs continue to advance. They continue to mow down people of this innocent crowd, including the ones who are just, like, sick and lying on the ground. Goblin Man still walking around, completing or drawing like a line on the ground, and people are still panicking and trying to figure out what to do. The ones who you convinced to detain Hawk look to you for guidance.
What do I do with him now?
Huh?
What do I do with this guy now?
I don't know. I mean, your plan is to throw him in a volcano, right?
Yeah. Is there any way we could, like, knock him unconscious?
Yeah, I mean, he's detained. You can just punch him in the face really hard if you want to.
Yeah,
You
sure.
can knock him out. Okay. Roll strength.
Alright. Six.
Oh, okay. I will say that you punch him in the face, and you start making him bleed from his lip, but you do not knock him out with this one punch. You'll have to try again next time.
You know they're coming out with season 2 in August.
Of One Punch Man?
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, so these survivors are continuing to just run for the hills, like, oh gosh, the orcs they've lost it. We no longer have got our welcome. Help. Keep. Let's see. Keep is going to. Wow. Keep the tiefling here is going to attempt to grab one of these weapons out of the orc's hands. And does pretty well at it, apparently. Wow. So he grabs a weapon out of one of these orcs' hands and tries to begin defending this group of people from being stabbed for no reason. And that's his turn. Meanwhile, people are just running away and being mowed down. Not a fun time. And I'll just say it's your turn again. The orcs are getting close to you, by the way. To you and Bongo Man and the people who are holding him. I'll say that Bob just starts heading for the hills. Like, he ain't having any of this. He just wants to go find Mr. Bro Dude, who just runs off over this way. Or Mr. Brodo, whatever his name was.
Alright, let me try and knock him out again.
Okay. Yeah, just roll me another strength check.
Okay, 21.
Nice. Okay. This time you just slap him across the face, and he just slumps unconscious, being held by his arms by the two people that he's with.
Do I have to wait another turn to pick him up, or?
No, you can just do whatever you want to right now, I'll say.
Alright.
Because he's just dead weight at this point.
Alright, pick him up, run for the hill, run for the volcano.
Well, you have a plan.
Yeah.
So, you can pick him up, and if I were you, I would retreat to about this point or something, or stick with your goblin friend. What would you like to do? As you can see, your goblin friend is drawing a weird circle on the ground. I would recommend remaining within that. if you want your plan to succeed.
What has Malik Alucard made? A monster!
Very true.
Yeah. All right.
Keep us
where are the
trying.
two plus-
Keep us
where are the
trying
two
his
places
best to defend.
Just retreat.
I said you could retreat to the middle of this group of people over here, or you could try to stick with your goblin friend as he's trying to complete this circle.
I'll stick with the goblin because I have a corpse on. I have like an unconscious body on me in case I need to throw him at someone.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, so the orcs are nearly on top of you at this point. They seem a bit preoccupied with stabbing these guys in the back as they're trying to escape, but two of them do turn to you and begin looking like they're coming to attack you. How are you going to respond? I know the colors are changing.
Take Bongo Man. Right. Take Bongo Man. Use him as a sword. Just whip him out of guard.
You want to use Bongo Man as an improvised weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Roll me strength.
He's
Which one are you aiming at? The left one or the right one?
Right one.
Okay. Which way are you swinging? Clockwise or counterclockwise? Assuming that you're just like whoosh, like a baseball bat.
Counterclockwise.
Counterclockwise. All right, sounds good. Yeah, roll strength.
Strength, that is a 19.
Nice. So that definitely hits. Roll me 1d4.
2.
Oh, okay. So that's we'll say that's 2 damage to both Bongo Man and to this dude. So you just swing Bongo Man around by his wrists and like slam his legs into this orc and like knock his jaw to the side, and he bumps into his other orc companion as well, causing him to stumble. And luckily for you, at this point, your goblin friend finally completes his circle, and suddenly the ground and the entire circle that he's been drawing begin to glow with a otherworldly light, and the orcs kind of look around. They're like, "Uh-oh, what's going on? Help!" And most of the survivors have escaped. Like, they were just trying to run away, and they didn't even pay attention to this line that was being drawn. So they just kind of ran over it and ran out of it. The orcs have only a moment to react, but they immediately like think that there's something going on here, and they try to start clearing off to the side here as well. So I'd say there's probably only about 4 or 5 survivors in here at this point, and the orcs try to get off to the side as well. We'll see what happens. I will roll for them. Okay, so 3 of these orcs end up still in the circle by the time this happens, and poof. Everything, all the people, all the creatures, everything that was in the circle disappears, and is no longer in this spot. And you all appear, let me figure it out. You guys appear on the top of the volcano. You, Doom Guy, the Goblin, Banana, 3 orcs, and 4 survivors, and Bongo Man all just appear suddenly, instantaneously, on the top of the mountain of Veridad, looking out across the large landscape, and you're no longer in the place that you were before. How do you care to react?
That's some impressive teleportation magic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just shrug and then yeet Bongo Man down.
Just straight into the volcano?
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's your plan, I guess. Just roll strength. You didn't want to, like, bring him down to the 9 hells with you? Return to where you...
Nah.
Alright.
Nah, 17.
17,
That's
nice.
17.
Yeah, you
He's
just
not
I got another-
Dante, though.
you just
I got
like
another plan as well that involves teaming up with Glumporio.
yeah, you just two-handed yeet this poor bongo man who's still unconscious and now without his bongos, and he just whee straight down into the volcano, and
Does he say
he
that
disappears
while
out of
he's
sight. No, and it takes probably like a few seconds, maybe even like 20 or something seconds. I don't know. I'm not going to calculate the math of how long a physics equation takes. But once he hits the bottom where the lava is far below in this volcano, it starts bubbling violently and the ground rumbles just a little bit. Not very much, not very strongly at all. But the lava like begins volatilely bubbling and exploding far below. But it's not high enough to go up to the very top of the mountain or the top of the volcano, so you guys aren't in danger of splattering lava or anything. So these orcs immediately just kind of look around and they're like, what just happened? And the remaining survivors are continuing to fight them, and they're also just heckin' spooked. But you, the goblin, Banana, and Bongo Man are chilling out on top of this mountain. Or Bongo Man's dead now, so it's just Doom Guy and everyone, and you're all at the mountain now. So with that, we'll break for the other group. So other group of how about we check out Jebby first. Jebby, you're with your survivors at the rendezvous point. You're just hiding in the woods with basically the entire population of the capital city, and many of the people are sick. You've all just evacuated. You have basically no supplies. You're all kind of scared, not knowing what to do, hiding from the orc army who is ransacking capital city at this point, and people are looking for guidance. Now that not only the prince is young and inexperienced, but also Charles Goodshow is not around. So, people are asking around, being like, oh no, what do we do? I don't know, should we, I don't know, should we head to the east coast maybe and escape the York army? No, that'll be the first place they look for us. They'll continue their raging across the landscape. Do
I know where there is a dock or a pier with large ships that belong to my people?
The fishing town is to the east. That is one place that they're suggesting going, to the fishing town where there are boats and stuff.
Is there anywhere north, I guess?
Yeah, some people are also suggesting that you go north to where the main force of the human army is, because that's where they were currently fighting. But there's also someone who's like, should we go to the mountain? Perhaps the shaman would be able to help us. He's been neutral for years. Maybe he could help us, give us shelter in the mountain.
Do I remember the shaman acting weird whenever I was with him?
Last time you saw the shaman, he was upset that he had been put in a box, and he was like, y'all are stupid, this is ridiculous, blah blah blah, I'm gonna go awaken the gods of the earth or something like that, I don't know. And he was just upset.
Well, I'd like to gather people around.
Okay.
And I'll explain to them how the shaman wouldn't be able to protect us even if he wanted to. Because he's just one man. And then I tell them that we need to head north to the army where there is more military might and weapons that we can use to defend ourselves.
That's a good plan. I agree with that. Are you still interested in your revenge quest? You're chasing down Banana.
Yes, I am still interested, but I don't know where she is the thing.
You could have a hunch that she might be at the volcano.
Well, but why would I think she would be at the volcano then?
Gamer's intuition.
Gamer's intuition.
Want me to roll Gamer's intuition?
If you want to. Just to speed
I
things
rolled
along.
a 12.
It's up to you. I'll leave it up to you.
Well,
Pretty average.
I'll get a hold of the prince.
Okay.
And drag him to the side.
Okay.
Your Majesty.
Yeah?
You need to You need to take responsibility for these people. They're looking for a leader. You're the next in line for the crown.
No, I think Charles Goodshow should be...
Charles Goodshow is dead.
Oh. Oh. What happened to him?
I threw him off the tower!
You what? Why'd you do that?
He was trying to take your throne.
Huh. He doesn't know how to react to this. Could you roll him roll me persuasion?
Natural 20. How's that sound?
Wow, you're right. I didn't think about it like that. I'll do my best, sir. But I am not a very good leader. I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Well, practice makes perfect, and you can always look for someone to be your right-hand man to help you out till you get to the Northern Army. Then have the general take care of everything else.
Oh, okay. That sounds good. Thank you for your help and for helping to cure me.
Now I need to go find the one who started all this bull crap.
All right.
Okay, so I'd like to start heading towards the volcano.
All right. Sounds like a plan. And
in my mind, the reason why I'm heading there is because it's the highest point, so I might be able to see out.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like a plan. Now let's go to the other group. So Glompario, Dravis, Chiron, and the last person who I forgot. Who did I not mention? Guy Dude, Dravis, Glompario, and Chiron. Okay, I think I got them all. Anyway, you're all just sitting there. I think the last thing you did was you looked into the Eye of Truth again, or something. Or the Pool of Wisdom, whichever one it was. And you're just chilling there. Have everyone roll me perception.
I got 15.
Okay, and Jack? Glompario? 5? Okay. So, Dravis, you hear the clattering and scraping of rocks off to the other side of the giant dome of rocks. Like, you're at the Pool of Wisdom, I think, which is one of the two eyes of the giant creature. And you hear from the other side of the Great Dome, like, the sound of like rocks clattering in the distance, very quietly. It's almost imperceptible, but you hear something.
Okay.
Nobody else hears it. What would you guys like to do?
I'll point it out to Glompario that there's the noise of what he just seems to be rocks clattering that away. Should we go investigate?
Wait. Yeah, I guess. Where did it come from?
That away.
If you... Oh, I forgot you guys took a rest, whatever. So you're like right here. I would say that the noise you heard is from somewhere over here. Possibly on the other side of the wall, possibly over here. You're not really sure. It's hard to tell with this giant thing being in your way.
It sounded like it was coming from the west.
Wait, let me check. Is the volcano to the west?
The volcano is directly south of you, basically.
Okay, then never mind. Alright.
Yeah, it's totally
All right.
the volcano.
Alright, get a weapon and let's go. We got some investigation to do, Mystery Inc.
Mystery Inc. Oh my lord.
Where's Scoob?
Let's do this.
Brilliant.
Hashtag I want that.
Alright, so where are you guys gonna go exploring first? South? North? You gotta get around this thing.
West.
You could go over it. Just climb through the eye again, come out the other side.
I'm not going back to the eye.
You want to
Wait,
go
you don't
this
wanna
way?
go
The
in
sound
the
came
same
from the
troop?
west, you didn't.
It did. From what I can tell, it came from the west.
Then let's head to the west.
Onward.
Are you just
I know I
gonna...
like to.
Unless this godly voice in our head says something different.
Would you... What, so you
You
want
hear
to
him
go
too?
over top of this pile of giant rock?
Well, I mean,
No,
like,
go around it.
Okay, which way? This way? North?
probably the north way would be like the quickest.
Alright. As you're going this way, I forgot to give very many details about this dock area, but there are a couple ships in there, just for future reference. So, like, there's... I'd say maybe 2 large-scale ships and 1, like, smaller-scale ship. And a couple little dinghy rowboat things, too, but I don't know how interested you'd be in any of that. So yeah, you're going this way. Tell me where you'd like to go. So far, you see no one, you see nothing. There's just rocks all over the place.
To the west.
To the west, to the west, to the west, to the west, to the west. Okay. Just going here. Is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear
Just
another
a
sound,
bit.
like it might be on the other side of this collapsing rubble or whatever this is.
Do you think you can lift that, Turtle Man?
Sorry.
Do you think you can lift that?
Lift it? The wall?
Oh, I thought it was like all crumbled in like rock or something.
I would say that it's kind of like the outer half of the wall has collapsed, and the inner part of the wall has collapsed a little bit, but it looks like it's still mostly intact on the inside part. If that makes sense. The wall is about 15 feet tall, I would say. And there's like some loose rocks that have kind of piled up in a heap over here, and there's a collapsed building, but it looks like it's more damage on the outside, so you wouldn't really be able to see too much that the wall is collapsed on the other side.
Alright, why don't we just climb to the top or something? And
That
then I
works.
climb it. Climb the wall.
Alright, roll me strength.
Both of us are just
Nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Alright. Time paradox, that's fine. So you just fly up this wall, and immediately you come face to face with the 2 elves and the Earth genocide that you guys saw from a distance earlier. And they immediately turn around, they're like, whoa, whoa, hey, whomst be this? And they seem spooked.
Who goes there?
One of the elves draws his weapon, and he's like, who are you? Oh, okay, you asked me that first. Okay. I'm Danovan. This is Susan and Cress. And we're just here. We're not trying to fight anybody.
We're just here.
Yep.
Alright. Give them a menacing look and ask, are you sure?
They're like, yeah, we weren't planning to fight anyone today. We're here because we got stranded by the teleportation circle that didn't go to plan, and we really just wanting to look into that eye again, but we didn't find out anything, and I don't know, it's a mess.
Okay, I can put this away then.
Teleportation, sure. Oh, teleportation. Oh no. Oh no. Guys!
Okay, the other 3 are still at the bottom of the wall.
Guys, I think the goblin's up to something.
Are we talking about the goblin? What goblin?
The one who lived
The
in
one,
the volcano.
Hawk caught in the box?
The one who
Yeah,
Hawk
that one.
caught in the
Yeah.
box.
Yeah, that Charles guy caught in the box.
Interesting.
Charles, good show.
Who said that?
You just hear it echoing across the wind.
No part of this.
Dying word.
No.
Someone's dying today. Okay. So how would you like to react? They're like, what's going on? Who are you?
My name's Lomporio. I used to be the keeper of this place, but then some things happened.
My name's Dravis.
Also, you guys noticed that Chiron is not with you anymore. Like, he wandered off somewhere. when you talked about the rocks clattering, he wandered off somewhere.
Is everyone else with us? Like I guess Guy Dude.
Yeah, Guy Dude is with you, and Dravis and Glompario are together. So you three. What was the last thing you said?
I just said my name was Dravis.
Oh, okay. So they're like, "Hi, nice to see a fellow elf person."
Yeah,
there are
cool. Guy Dude's also pretty chill. What was the other guy's name?
Guy Dude, Chiron, and
Chiron is also. Wait, where's Chiron?
Oh, for the love of God.
Chiron pipes up from the other side of the wall, over where the collapsed rocks are over here, and he's like, "I'm over here. Just killed an orc. No big deal. I found it."
You alright?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just wanted to kill stuff. And then the two elves and the genocide are like, "What? Why did you kill our friend?" And Chiron's like, "Well, he was an orc. We kill orcs. Like, they're terrible." Yeah, so what's going on?
So wait, he killed one of their friends? You cut out in that part. I didn't understand.
Yeah, Chiron went over and killed one of these orcs that was with these other guys. Apparently.
Apologies, we've had our run-ins with orcs, and they are not the friendly kind.
This in the chat.
Oh, but this guy wasn't hurting anybody. Ah, you crazy people. Okay, so yeah, I know.
Your reaction is seeing your best friend killed.
No. They just we just met him.
Whatever.
We just met him. It's not like he was a deep friend of ours, but he wasn't hurting anybody. We told him we'd keep him safe, but I guess that's over with now. So we're very new to this place. Can you tell me what's gone on around here? All we got out of that orc was that there was some kind of legion slayer going around killing all the orcs, and there's some plague that we need to avoid, and there's like some weird stuff going on, magic, and who knows what.
Sounds like they know everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything's going on.
Okay. So, what are you guys doing here? You don't seem like humans or orcs.
Have you never seen a turtle before? Uncultured swine.
We definitely have seen turtles before. And then, Danovan's like, "Well, I haven't, but it's okay."
Uncultured swine!
Oh my god.
So what was your guys' plan? You wanted to, like, cure the turtle, right? Just reminding you what you were going to do last time, or thinking about doing.
Well, that was my plan. Not sure about everyone else's.
I mean, I'm pretty much just there for whatever.
Yeah, you were there for moral support.
And to slice people. And to steal.
And to steal. Hashtag I want that.
Hashtag I want that.
So, I'll leave it up to you guys what you guys do and say.
You should give him a shiny Pokemon.
Suddenly you hear a shiny Pokemon. No.
I will teleport to you and chop you.
Alright.
I don't know, are these guys like coming with us? Is that what?
I mean, they don't have to. They're wondering what you guys are doing here, and they don't know what's going on.
We're here to save the world.
Oh yeah. How?
That is
What do you mean?
What he said.
Okay. I need to stop having NPCs in D&D campaigns.
Long story short, it's just the island that's on a turtle, right?
The island is the turtle. Basically.
Long story short, this entire place is on the giant turtle who's very sick with this plague that everyone's avoiding, and we need to cure the crap out of him. But unfortunately, the spell we used to cure him turns the sickness into a literal monster, so we need an army.
Oh!
Thought about summing up.
Oh.
And Guy Dude's like, yep, pretty much.
Oh no.
So you're welcome to help us fight if you'd like. This Guy Dude. Oh. Okay. So the elves are like, let me get this straight. You're trying to cure the island, and you're gonna summon a monster to do it? And you need help fighting it?
When you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous.
I think it would sound ridiculous no matter how you said that, but okay. Well, do you guys know of any way for us to get back off this island where we're trying to go? Because we weren't supposed to be here to begin with. If you want, we can help you fight your monster as long as it's not a suicide mission. Oh, poor Jack.
Oh. Apparently he was talking to us, but his internet is running.
Oh no. I can't hear him or anything. Oh no.
Jack?
Hello?
We can't hear you.
Jack.
We can's not doing of the here.
Oh, let go, Jack.
Don't give in, Jack. Fight the evil within.
Fight it! The traditions we obey, to the gods we always pray, the faithful king keeps orcs at bay, respect the land and the land will stay!
Jack, we can't hear you, bud.
Jack, no!
I guess.
Maybe I should stop sharing my screen, because maybe it's just killing him.
Just kidding.
EJ is killing Jack. No!
Obviously. It's all my fault. Well, both groups involve Jack now, so that's kind of a problem. So we can't really continue easily. Unless we wanted to take a short detour with some of the other player characters that are now NPCs because nobody's controlling them.
Sure, let's meme it up.
Great. So, Charles Goodshow's still alive. He's just wandering around the landscape now. I'm kidding. Maybe.
I swear, if he survived that invasion after being thrown in the middle of war.
Jack, say something.
Jack,
Speak to us.
say something.
Okay, I think
I'm
about now.
giving up on you.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Hey, we can
finally.
hear you. Yay.
That took forever. I'm so sorry.
It is okay.
Thank goodness.
But also get better internet, please.
It's literally just my PC that's the problem. I'm using like a $10 Wi-Fi adapter instead of like a Ethernet or something.
Ah, that would do it.
Unfortunately, my computers cannot connect to the Wi-Fi, so I'm gonna have to buy one of those if I ever
Gonna have to what?
buy a Wi-Fi adapter.
Oh,
Don't, or else you'll end up like me.
Well, I'm gonna have to buy one because my computer come with Wi-Fi. I'm connected to the basic internet right now, but there are other things that I need, like Wi-Fi for.
All right.
Are we ready for to kill?
Ready for to kill. Alright, sounds like a plan. So, we'll just skip ahead.
So, what did I miss, by the way?
Basically, we just said that, well, we just summed up that you guys are gonna fight, or you're gonna try to cure the island, create a giant monster, you need help fighting it, and the other guys were like, oh gosh, well I guess we can help you fight it as long as it's not a suicide mission, but then you can help us get out of here because we're not supposed to be on this island to begin with. What do you guys think of it?
Yeah, it's gonna be a suicide mission.
Don't tell them that.
Oh gosh, okay, well,
It's
that's
gonna be
fine.
fine. It's gonna be fine. No worries, friends.
So, what would you guys like to do? Do you want to prepare to do your thing?
Okay,
I'll be right
so okay, so my idea is that we get like this massive army of orcs and lure them to the monster.
That's actually a brilliant plan.
But I'm not sure if everyone's willing to go with it.
I mean,
Since
ask
it
him.
is madness.
Ask him. I think Guy Dude would be
Right.
fine with whatever you guys decide to do. He's just chill. Hello?
Right. If you're not willing to help us, then you can just get along. So you can just go on, get it, get.
Well, we said we were willing, but if you don't want us around, that's fine. I guess we got other stuff to do.
Sorry. Alright,
No, we
sorry,
can-
I
we
can't
can
hear
head out.
anything. My
It's-
internet's cutting out.
Oh, yeah, we understand. Our internet does that too sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, the old,
Right.
the dungeons and Ethernet.
You want to get off this giant wall? Maybe we can talk where it's safe.
Sure. I mean, we haven't seen many other survivors in this fortress, but yeah. So, yeah.
Alright.
Do you guys just get down the
So-
wall and get in a group?
Yeah.
Talk some more?
Right. So, my plan is, you know that giant army of orcs that's been everywhere? Hunting us from the start?
It rings a bell.
They
Yeah,
kind of
okay.
look around and they're like, what army? I mean, we
AKA the reason why Mr. Kaiser just killed your friend there.
the reason Mr. What?
The reason your friend just got killed.
Oh, yeah, I blame that guy for that. And Kara's just like, hey, I have no regrets.
Oh no.
Alright. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, this voice is hurting my throat. Could someone else explain the plan?
Okay. Jarvis, it's all you.
So basically, I don't. Does he know the plan? Does Dravis know the plan? That because I think
He
he
can
just
make a
talked-
wild guess.
What I'm assuming the Turtle Man here wants to say is that we should lead all the orcs to this terrible, terrible virus monster thing.
Or bring the virus monster to them.
Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
Just leisurely accept
Okay.
whatever.
It's a casual discussion.
So can I get the general idea of what you guys want to do? Hey, welcome, Seven Seas. How you doing? We're doing Dungeons and Dragons and trying to figure out what to do. So your plan is you want to travel another day's worth of travel to go find the orc army, lead them back up to where you guys currently are, then summon the virus creature and have it fight them and have them fight it, or something? Or do you want?
Sounds right.
Yeah,
you're
that's
gonna
about
spend 2 days on that? I mean, you don't know that there's even the army though at the capital at this point. You don't know where the orc army is. All you found are dead orcs around at this point.
it. Gamer's intuition.
Roll it.
He just wants to get this season over with.
I mean, if you guys waited for a little bit, because the people are, like, the people from the capital are traveling north, they would encounter the general, and then probably they'd communicate, and then anyone you talked to or ran into in that group would be able to tell you the same information, so it's... I don't know, it just saves time.
Right, so is that plus a wisdom modifier?
Sure.
Alright, 19.
Ugh, why not? Sure, whatever,
I'm just trying to get this over with.
Yeah, so, okay, I'll just say that you do remember that the general was saying, I suspect that the main force of the army, or the orc army, went to the south and is planning on attacking down there, while they were just having a diversionary force up to the north where we were fighting. Now the diversionary force seems to have been wiped out, or like left alone, or left, or something. So your best guess as to where the orc army is to the south on the human side, which is exactly where they are. They're at the capital now. So would you guys like to spend a couple days traveling down there, going, hey, come get us at the orcs, and then somehow luring them all the way back to where you currently are?
Actually, if we summon it in the capital, maybe the human army could fight it too.
Well,
You just have to let them know first.
only problem is, well, I guess Guy Dude would be the one to figure that out, but you guys haven't figured that out yet, so that's a problem. Because it is a touch spell, I will say that. It's a touch spell. Requires contact with the thing that you're trying to heal. So,
Can't I just place my hand on the ground? Just anywhere?
well, only problem with that is there's like a big layer of rock and dirt and other stuff on top of the actual creature itself. Like, the creature itself is not the dirt and the trees and everything. The creature is below that. When you're like looking into the Eye of Truth, that is the actual creature, so you could be able to cast the touch spell on that. But as far as like going to any random spot and just being like, all right, let's poof, that ain't gonna work. It would just be trying to cast the spell on a rock.
Alright.
I'll just let you guys know that now, so you don't walk all the way there and waste your time.
Alright, touche.
We'll say maybe Guy Dude has like tried to just cast a spell and it's like, oh dang, didn't work. Letting you in on some knowledge that a different character has. Well, two maybe. What would you guys like to do? What's your plan? Please, I don't want to be the only one talking.
You know, yeah, I say capital. Well, maybe talk to the general about the plan, and then distract them, and then lure them all the way here.
Lure the entire orc army across the entire island. It could work.
Yeah.
Could definitely work. Smarter than facing it on your own, but I mean, you could face it on your own too if you wanted. It's up to you guys. Could I get your final actions, or your final choices of what to do now?
I mean, we keep saying over and over again what we want, and you're just like, oh, this. You
Well,
can choose.
I'm just trying to figure out, like, so your plan is, what's the first thing you want to do is basically what I said. Like, you want to go and do this plan of luring the orcs, but what's your first thing that you're going to do? You're going to go to the general again?
Yeah.
Alright. Do you want these other NPC characters to come with you, or do you want to leave them there to wait? Or to go do something else while they wait for 2 days?
Shumi, it's your call.
I mean, we're not going to really run into any danger on the way there, are we?
Probably not. I mean, you've passed
Later
through
if
the
you
entire
want.
area. I'm busy. And you've seen nothing but dead orcs. For miles and miles and miles.
I guess we could just go by ourselves.
Alright, leave the NPCs alone. Thank goodness. I would appreciate.
Oh, in that case, no, it's good.
Alright, so final action is you're gonna leave the non-player controlled characters right now, and you controllable people are gonna go down, talk to the general, and alright, sounds good. So you guys begin heading south, leaving everyone else to chillax. So Guy Dude, Dravis, no, Guy Dude, Cress, Chiron, Donovan and Susan all relax waiting there and decide to start making preparations for this giant virus monster that's going to be summoned, trying to like set up traps or something, or set up defenses in some way. in preparation for when this thing exists. And meanwhile, Galampario and Dravis, you guys head south to go talk to the general. But in the meantime, let's head back to the Mountain of Veridad. So, Jebby, you arrive at the mountain. Where would you like to go? Would you like to check out the inside of the mountain, where the Gates of Truth, or Gates of Veritas, or whatever it is that I called it, where that thing is, or do you want to go to the very top of the mountain? As you can, or what you can see right now is that it looks like the lava flow has kind of completely stopped. Like, all the lava flowing out of the mountain has stopped flowing. It's hardened. It's no longer magma anymore. So it looks safe to walk wherever you'd like. It's cooled, it's hardened, it's just a flat surface. Oh, you're muted.
More like muty.
Sorry. I would like to start heading towards the top because I want to see out and see what's going on the island.
Alright, roll me a dexterity save, as always.
For that path? You said there was a path going on.
Yeah, for the long winding path.
Okay.
But I've, for some reason, done dexterity check for everyone.
20.
Nice. Yeah, you're very sure-footed as you go up.
Okay.
So you walk up the path, and once you reach the top, or as you're walking up, you get about halfway up, and then you begin to hear footsteps shuffling along in front of you. Meanwhile, Doom Guy, you, Banana, and the Goblin have gotten rid of the remaining survivors and orcs that you didn't really care about at the top of the mountain, and you started... Yeah, I'll just skip ahead. So you got rid of those guys, and you're heading down the mountain on this same path, and you hear the footsteps and shufflings of someone coming up the path towards you. You both are about to encounter each other. What would you guys like to do?
You said I heard their footsteps and shuffling?
Yes.
I would like to be sneaky.
Okay. In what way?
I'd like to sneak my way up there quietly because I don't know who's up there. Could be an orc,
I would like to sneak stealthily in a quiet manner.
Whoa! Yeah. I would like to redundantly be redundant in a redundant way.
I love this.
So, the path that you're currently on, like the little carved into the rock pathway that you're on, is only like 2 or 3 feet wide. There aren't any places to hide on it. There's not really any shadows to hide in or anything. If someone's walking by, their shoulder to shoulder is like the width of the entire platform, and there's not really any way to sneak past someone. If you're on this pathway and you encounter someone, you'll notice them. But okay, yeah.
I'm not trying to sneak past them. I'm trying to quietly go up there so I have...
They are coming down the path right now. You're not all the way up the path. You're about halfway up. And they're coming down.
And did I not hear them shuffling? You said I heard them shuffling.
You did hear them shuffling.
So I would like to still be stealthy. I don't want to make a lot of noise because I don't know if they're orcs or not.
Sure, okay, so roll me stealth.
And I rolled 12.
Alright, have Doom Guy and Jebby both roll me perception.
Six. That was loud. I said that rather loud.
9, okay. And roll me stealth, Doom Guy.
Total 20.
Sheesh.
Wow, okay. So... And what was your roll for the stealth, Ray?
It was 12.
Okay, so only one. I'll say that the goblin, his ears perk up and he kind of hears something ahead of him. Hey, thanks, wow! Thanks, Master General. I appreciate it. You just donated $15. impressed and spooked and everything. That's very nice of you. Thanks, man.
Very nice of you,
Funny.
Team G.
Use that money, buy yourself a Mercedes GLA.
And then use that to kill the orcs.
Yeah.
Plow through them. Alright, so what happens is the goblin's ears perk up as you're heading down this pathway with Banana and the goblin. And he kind of thought he heard something ahead of him, and he's like, there might be... it's nothing, probably. Would you like to respond to that, or no?
Nah.
Alright, so you guys continue heading down the path. You are not making any noise, and you're just kind of there. What would you like to do, Jebby? You still hear the shuffling coming down towards you.
Let me think here.
I will say that the goblin and Banana are in front of you, Doom Guy. They're heading down the path first. Goblin in front and Banana behind. So Banana's in the middle of you two.
Do I have a cloak on me?
Do a Mario spin.
Just get a running sword, jump up, and fly.
Ooh. Is it possible for me to take this rope and hemp of mine, tie it off on a rock or something, tie it around me, go down a little bit, but after I try to mask the rope?
What?
What?
Okay. Tie off the rope, tie it around me, cover the rope so it's not seen, and then go down a little bit. That way I'm not seen.
It's not really... There's not really any jagged rocks to really tie this rope onto to be a support mechanism for you.
Alright.
But yeah, there's not really any way to attach the rope so that you could rappel yourself down.
I guess the best I'm going to do is prepare my spear.
Okay. So you just pull out your spear and you're waiting there for whoever shows their face around the corner?
Uh-huh.
Alright. So the goblin suddenly rounds the corner and he just sees Jebby, spear raised, ready to throw at his face, and he goes, ah! And like kind of backs up and begins trying to move backward, but slamming into Banana and Doom Guy behind him. What would you guys like to do now? Doom Guy, you have not been able to peek around the corner and see Jebby yet.
I'll just pull up my shotgun just in case.
Alright. Are you gonna...
I'm still readying, and I look at Goblin Dude. What are you doing up here?
I'm the keeper of the mountain, am I not? This is where I'm supposed to be. And I definitely didn't appreciate being taken away from here in a tiny box, so...
Well, that wasn't me who did it, and I killed the man who did it.
Well... I'm sorry. I'm glad for that, I guess.
I'm looking
Do you mind if
for
I pass?
someone called...
I'm trying to go down.
I'm looking for someone called Banana. Do you know where she is?
No. Roll insight.
No.
I do not, in fact, know anyone by this name.
Oh boy, 13.
That's enough. You can tell that he seems shifty and he looks behind him.
Why
Just
are you
around the
lying
corner.
to me?
I don't know.
Because I'm Charles Goodshaw.
Because I'm Charles Goodshaw. Look, I want to get down the mountain with my friends here. Would you mind letting me pass? Why do you want to find Banana? Just out of curiosity.
Banana killed my wife and the king.
Oh, good job. I didn't know about that. I mean, what? How horrible. Banana just kind of pokes her head around, like, and then goes back around.
Is it possible for me to throw my spear at her as soon as I see her?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can try it.
I'm gonna roll.
Okie doke.
19.
Oh gosh. Oh no, okay. That's definitely gonna hit. Let me just pull up my notes real quick.
Okay, what's my spear damage? For throw, 1d8 plus 4.
Oh my gosh. This
Roll
might,
a 6, 7,
this
8,
might
9,
insta-kill her.
10 damage.
How much?
10 damage.
Easy.
So, Chevy, the moment Banana pokes around to see what's going on, you just yeet your spear directly at her face, or Nomel's face, sorry. And the spear just goes, like, right through her head. And she just tumbles off the side of the mountain and falls all the way down, rolling down the slope of the mountain as she goes, disappearing off into the distance, far, far below. And the goblin, who just had a spear go like right by his ear, goes, ah! Ah! Oh my gosh! What the? I guess she deserved that after killing your wife or whatever. But holy cow! Please calm yourself. And he's like holding up his hands, like, please don't hurt me. Roll initiative if you're gonna fight them, or what do you want to do? Do you want to continue fighting? Banana is very dead. I didn't expect that.
If your party is not my enemy, then I shall leave the rest of you alone and head towards the human army.
Well, I mean, I'm not particularly trying to hurt you or anything. I'm just doing my thing with my bro.
My bro.
Doomguy, would you
hear Crabbrave coming out of Doomguy's suit?
just activates his, like, speakers.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
I'd like to... I'm studying Doomguy and trying to size him up if he's an enemy or not.
He just looks like the Doom guy from Doom. He's got like paper mache, like helmet on or whatever. I don't know if it's actually made of metal or how this guy created whatever this is, but
Oh, I've just been under the assumption that it was metal.
I don't know. I think I said like it wasn't actually a Space Marine suit. It was like something that looks like it. So it might be made of like leather and metal and like painted wood and other stuff to make it look like it. But it might not actually be as effective as metal. So
and
Doomguy,
I can turn my back on without being stabbed in the back, right?
Oh no, I'm not that heartless.
What about your friend there?
I don't know. He can speak for himself. Oh wait, he can't speak for him. He's got a condition or something. He doesn't talk. Doomguy, how do you feel about not murdering this man?
Thumbs up.
Well, that's good enough for me. Carry on, Jebby.
I just see this guy in a crumpled up mess of a helmet. He's like,
all right.
Well, I need to get to the top of the volcano. See what's going on with the island.
Oh, you want to get to the... well, we'll have to do some sort of weird, like, get against the wall and you go past us, or we could just go down and you can go back up after. What do you want to do here?
Wouldn't it be easier for us to go up and then you come down?
Just was up. Fine. Well, what?
This goblin's a white girl or something.
I would rather go down first. Would you like to try to persuade him to go up or no? You could roll persuasion.
Well, I'm in a better mood now that a banana's dead, so I'll go down just for you.
Thank goodness,
So
you're
it's
not going to see all the bodies of orcs and humans up there. Or whatever those survivors were. Cool. So, you guys go down the mountain, down to the bottom. You reach the, like, entranceway where the Gate of Truth is, like, in that cave area. The floor is probably, like, 3 feet higher than it used to be because there's, like, hardened lava that makes the whole room, like, a little bit shorter. But you reach the part where the path could either go in there or the path could go back down to the rest of the surface level. And the goblin and Doom guy decide, or the goblin tries to start going in there, walking across the surface of the hardened lava, kind of testing it to make sure that it's not still hot as he's testing it out. What would you guys like to do, Doom guy and Jebby?
I'm gonna start heading back up, just ignoring those two.
All right, have fun. So yeah,
wait. Before I go, I would like to tap Jebby on the shoulder and try and signal to him and ask him if he knows anything about the locations of a big turtle.
Location of a big turtle? Is that what you said?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tap him on the shoulder. Tap him on the shoulder. Signal. Do you know the whereabouts of a giant turtle? An old guy.
Let me roll insight.
Okay, go for it.
12. Do I understand sign language?
You just point to a bathroom.
I would say that this falls more under the category of charades than sign language, probably.
Yeah, sure.
Just because of he
Dude,
probably doesn't
you
have.
need to learn this. Really
Yeah, he needs to learn American Sign Language. Okay, it's up to you if you want to understand or not.
I don't understand.
Okay.
So I point towards a bathroom.
A bathroom. There's just like 2 carved holes in the wall, one with like a little stick figure caveman, stick figure cavewoman. And then there's a third one that's got a gnome on it.
Hey, goblin.
What? Sorry, wasn't paying attention. I'm a bad DM.
Your friend. Yeah, I'm a bad DM. Your friend here is trying to get my attention, but I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, he's wondering if you know Glomporio.
Oh, yes, I know that old turtle. Why do you ask?
I don't know. Ask him. What do you say?
I was asking him.
Alright. Can I just speak in sign language and ask him if do you know where he is?
The goblin kind of has a connection with you at this point, so he kind of knows what you're talking about. He's on the same wavelength after that nat 20 shotgun thing. So
Yeah.
You can have him be your translator if you want.
Alright.
So what are you going to say to him?
Yeah. Do you know where he is?
Do you know where he is?
The turtle.
The turtle.
If I remember correctly, he went to the... What was it called? The Pond of Truth?
The Pool of Wisdom.
The Pool of Wisdom.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Huh. It's been a while since I've been up there. Well, quite a while, actually. Long while indeed.
They're also trying to remove the sickness from the turtle. If you remember what that spell is. He was there when we wrote down those spells.
Me? Or the goblin? Or what are you talking about?
The goblin.
Okay. So the goblin's like, oh yeah, well, that's interesting. I was gonna try a couple things of my own. I did copy down a couple more spells than you, so, that's great to hear, though. I'm glad you're trying to heal the gods. I appreciate it.
It's a giant turtle.
Whatever. It's still the gods to me.
I
And don't
just
go
shake my
spreading
head.
rumors about that. That's not supposed to be a common knowledge thing.
I just shake my head and I continue going up.
Well,
Going
good
up
riddance
the
to you
mountain.
too. Doom guy, do you think we can block the entrance so he can't get back down after this? I don't think he'll be happy when he comes back down and he's seen the bodies of the people that were up there.
Yep, like he's the one who killed him. Doomguy doesn't hurt innocents.
All right, so
That banana.
so the goblin's just like, whatever, we'll be quick, and he goes into the volcano or into the room
Into
or
the
whatever.
volcano.
Into the just jumps into the
I'm
volcano.
done here.
Well, he
Bye.
goes into the cave. So the lava is hardened all the way through the room. It's burned off all the decorations and stuff in the room, and the hardened lava is probably about halfway up the golden doors, causing them to be permanently like stuck open and like halfway implanted in the rock. But they still are open, and they lead down into a big crater where there's bubbling lava not too far below the rim of where the rock ends, and there's like some splattered lava outside the doors, as though the lava was bubbling volatilely recently after having people thrown into it, namely Bongo Man. So, yeah, the goblin kind of walks in there and walks around in his little area and pulls out some herbs and stuff from his pocket and begins to, like, cast some little spells on them and stuff, doing little random things. He grabs some herbs and starts tossing them into the gates of Veritas. Blah, blah, blah. Throwing things in the lava. What are you doing, Doom Guy?
I'm just thinking about what Clomporio's doing and wondering, like, maybe I should help him out.
Gotcha. Well, before much more can happen, roll me perception.
Alright. If my phone would unlock, that'd be great. Alright. Perception, that 4.
Oh, well, the goblin noticed. Thank goodness you got 2 people with you. So the goblin turns, realizing or hearing that something is around, and he looks over to his right, and from the human side, like the entrance to the cave from the human side, there are 3 hooded figures standing at the entrance to the cave. And
I was hoping that the dragon came back like a phoenix.
if only. Doom Guy, would you like to look over there and see what they are?
Yeah.
Alright, you see 3 Kenku, with their hoods on and everything, and they look pretty menacing, and they don't look happy. The goblin turns, and he's like,
What the crap is a
whoa,
Kenku?
you! Oh, hi! How can I help you, Keepers of the Earth? What'd you say, Jack?
What's a Kenku?
A Kenku is a... Oh, was he not... He wasn't here the day the Kenku were introduced. Dang, okay, so a
Kenku is a race of bird people who has lost their wings, and they can only speak using mimicry, which basically is anything they hear, they can repeat.
They don't necessarily have to only speak with mimicry. That's just the way I chose to do it for this. They can speak in other campaigns or something. I just chose to have these guys only be able to speak with mimicry, with words they've already heard from other people speaking to them. So yeah, that's that. But let's move on to the other group for now. We'll leave it off at that for now.
Punched in the side there.
I don't know why that's doing that. It only appears on that camera. It doesn't appear on the other camera, so I really don't know what that is. I have no idea, but it does look like I got punched or something. I don't know what that is. Weird. So, back to Glompario and Dravis. You guys are hanging out. You've finally reached the general again after a bunch of travel. And the general's like, whoa, what's happening? And also, at about the same time, all of the humans from the capital have arrived. And they're, like, very tired from their travels. But they have given the general the information about the capital and the big orc army, and the humans are all trying to form camp and like get prepared for battle and defend themselves and all that kind of stuff, get organized, yada yada yada. And they're trying to figure out how to survive. What would you guys like to do?
All right, General, how big is your army right now?
By the way, the general does seem to be like more recovered from the illness that he has at this point. He's like standing up straighter. He's like not too bad. And can you say that one more time about how big the army was?
General, how big is your army right now?
My army's a little bit bigger than it was when you left. Well, just because there's more people here, I suppose. The infection is still pretty bad. But now we at least have some more people. But we're definitely not in a fit state to fight. We have sick people, refugees, women and children, and very little resources.
Alright, we are about to go for an all-or-nothing move, alright? Hear me out. Okay. You know that giant army of orcs you keep yapping about?
I know them very well, yes. They're our biggest problem right now.
So we need to cure like this giant thing that the Earth is that pretty much the Earth is on, but do that the spell we use will create a giant monster, which we need to fight and kill.
That sounds dangerous. Is there no better way? Can you like give it some medicine or something? Cough medicine?
No other way.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Nope, no other way. Nope.
Right, so we need literally everything. I suggest that we lure the orcs to the area where the monster will be summoned. Does that seem like a good move?
That's a great plan.
I detect sarcasm.
No, sorry. He's like, that sounds brilliant. So you would be... I'm a little bit confused about the whole island turtle thing, but if that's true, then would that bring back the rumbling of the earth? Because that's one of the things that stops the orcs from being able to put on such a ruthless assault. Having the earth rumble every couple minutes, or like when they start fighting, it rumbles and stops them from being able to advance. So that would give us an advantage too.
Yeah, in theory.
Huh. Yeah, that might solve all our problems. Let's do it. So all we need to do is move all of our humans to a safe place and somehow lure the orcs across half the island. Like 30 miles.
Yeah, preferably as many orcs as possible, since they seem to be very powerful.
Well, how do you propose that we lure that many orcs?
I got nothing.
Well, since this might be the only way to save us, I can grant all of my men, all the ones that are available at least, and we can try to make it seem like this is our last attempt to attack the orcs, and then immediately seem like we're losing and go into a retreat, which will hopefully have the orcs be lured after us in an attempt to eradicate our army, which might go very badly, but if we can outrun the orcs and lead them all the way to the north while our civilians are safe to the east, we might be able to pull it off.
Alright.
Alright, well...
Either that, or we lure it into the volcano, but I'm not sure if that'll work.
Which do you think is wiser? Do you think you can cast the spell at the volcano?
No.
Well, okay.
Well, we have to be close to the pool of wisdom, so...
Well,
No, never mind, scratch the volcano idea.
Alright, well... I am still a bit too ill and tired to run for 30 miles a day, so my army is in your hands. I'll let you be the one in charge.
Alright.
I've heard stories of you running through towns and screaming, so you're probably pretty good at it. All right, so rather than having you go through the tedious effort of rolling and going down, going down there, devising a plan, having the humans wave their arms and try to get the orcs' attention, try to get the orcs to attack you, start running, and then roll for like 1,700 rounds of combat as you run across the entire island. Let's just do it in a series of smaller rolls or something and see how it goes, alright? So, what's the first action that you guys are going to take? Go down to the south with the with the human army?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to go to the capital itself, or try to find the orcs in some other place, or what?
I'm a roll gamers intuition. Let's see.
Gamers intuition. Go for it.
All right. That is a
Please
19.
don't crit fail or something. That's good. Yes. All right. So you go and you find the orcs army. They've taken over the capital basically, and they're beginning to use it as a base of operations as they use the supplies, burn the crops in the area, and basically just start ransacking the land and beginning to branch off to other towns. But when they see the large force of the human army, which is significantly smaller than it should be considering it's the entire army of the humans, but it's a bit dwindled because of the plague and all that, so it's a smaller force than it should be, but it's still a pretty big army, and the orcs are like, "Ah, it's an army! Woohoo! Yikes! Scary!" And you guys begin fighting, but immediately you guys act like you're losing, and you begin to freak out and start retreating. Roll me deception.
Please don't crit fail. Please don't crit fail.
Oh, come on.
Did you crit fail?
Okay, that's a 17.
Oh.
Ah, nice. Okay. So yeah, you deceive these orcs into thinking that they're actually getting the upper hand, and the orcs begin to go, all right, we can't let them get away. This is our chance to rout the human army and all that nonsense. Woohoo, we have to do, let's go. And they start pouring out of the capital and bringing like as many orcs as they possibly can, and they start charging after you. Roll athletics to get the heck out and start leading them north.
Both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Total 20.
What are these rolls?
What'd you get?
7 total.
Oh no.
Okay, well,
F's in
Dravis,
the chat.
Dravis, you might get caught in some of the branches of the woods as you're like trying to get through, and you're getting very close to being overrun by the orcs. Roll me another one, and I'll hope to goodness that you don't get stabbed.
What am I rolling now?
Roll another you know, you can choose what you'd like to do. If you'd like, you can try to hide in the woods, like stealth or something, so you don't get seen or overrun. Or you can continue to try to run. It's up to you.
I want to get
or you can
the heck
fight.
out of there.
Okay. There's basically a stampede of orcs just running.
16.
16. Yeah. Which one were you trying to do? Run?
Athletics?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, run.
Yeah, you keep running, and you manage to pull ahead again, and these orcs are really bad at everything. So they're trying to follow you. They're definitely staying as their group of army or whatever. They're picking off a couple of the humans that are sicker and slower at running, but for the most part, they're just chasing after you. Roll me... I don't know what to call this. I don't know if I should call it deception or just persuasion. Yeah, roll me persuasion, I guess. Trying to lure these orcs to continue following you for this incredibly, stupidly long distance that would not be realistic at all, but hey, we're doing it.
Would an 18 work?
Depends on what they roll.
Would another 18.
Yeah! Wow! They crit failed. Yes, they follow. They follow you across heaven and earth. They're just gunning for you. So yeah, they're just coming after you. They don't stop for anything. So you guys just keep running for a long way. But in the meantime, Jebby, you reach the top of the mountain and you look around, and there are 4 bodies of or 3 bodies of orcs, and then that look like they've been stabbed, burned by magic, and a couple other things. And then there's some other bodies, one of a dragonborn, one of a tiefling, one of a halfling and one of some other race that looks, you can't even tell what it is because it's just been burned to a crisp.
I'd like to check the Dragonborn to make sure it's not my new
it's a different
pal.
it's a different color. Dragonborn, it's not guided.
Okay. Well,
Notice how there are no shotgun bullets anywhere.
Yeah, no empty shotgun cases.
Well, looks like these orcs got in over their heads. They decided to kill a few their enemy's party off, and they killed them instead.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll start taking a look around, trying to scout out the land, see what I see.
Over perception?
I think Jeb needs to get glasses. 7.
Okay, well, you don't see very many details, but you see the general... I did not ask for your phone. You see the general area. I'll say that what you're able to see is... let me just share my screen again. Whoop. What you're able to see is the general area, the landscape. You can see the desert over here. You can see there's trees and stuff. You can see the mistlands over here with a weird, like, glowing light coming from them that you didn't see before. So that's a little odd, but that's the only detail you see. You just see forest. You can maybe see small towns in the very distance, but basically all you see is
smoke coming out of the capital.
Yeah, you see smoke rising from the capital.
Right.
Just obvious big picture things, though. You don't see anything like detail-y.
Oh, this was a disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see... I guess you were going up there originally to try to figure out where Banana went, but you found Banana and killed her, so... I said originally you were going up there to try to find Banana, but you found her, so now... I don't know what you were trying to look for, but yeah.
Well, do I still see the human army to the...
You...
Or are they
you rolled too low to see, like, the people, right, or the groups of people moving, so yeah, you don't know what's going on.
Well, then, I'd like to start heading back down the volcano, and if I can get down the volcano without being closed in by...
Also, I would say that this is actually probably before the human army made it down to the capital, so, I mean, just because of the time it took, so...
Right.
If you'd like to try to catch up with him, you can probably do that, but you wouldn't know about the plan yet, so...
Yeah, I'm just going to head towards the North Army.
Okay, so yeah. You want to head down the mountain and start doing it? Alright, well, let's move to the other group then, before that happens. So you're heading down the mountain, and you're going to plan on heading north. Meanwhile, we've got the other group. So, the goblin's like, you spooked me! Hi, Keepers of the Earth, what's up? And the Kenku goes, you should stop! And the goblin goes, stop? Stop what? The Kenku points to the herbs that he's trying to sprinkle into the volcano. And he's like, what? This? This is nothing! Nothing to be concerned about, at least. The Kenku flicks his staff, and the herbs go flying out of the goblin's hands and blowing out of the mountain, carried by the hot air from the rising lava, or whatever. The goblin's like, okay, really? The Kenku says, you should help. The goblin's like, I beg your pardon? Help illness. How? It's not like I know how to do much more than these potions. Or, it's not like I know how to do much more than potions, the goblin says, crossing his arms. Golden key, says the Kenku. The goblin's like, what? Why you gotta be so cryptic? Doomguy, you're free to jump in anytime or anything. You're the only other one.
My only idea right now is just to yell a bunch of racial slurs, but I know that won't fly.
Okay.
So they can't fly anyways. They're Kenku.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so one of the Kenku points out of the cave in the direction of the side passage that had been mined out by the humans and Shermie with pickaxes in order to retrieve the Book of Secrets from the lava-filled chamber. The Kenku's like, passage! And the goblin's like, what? How could you possibly know about that? You should help illness! The goblin seems rattled, but he crosses his arms again. Like I said, I don't know how. It's sorry if it's really hard to tell which voice is which. The goblin voice and the Kenku voice are very similar.
I was gonna say, that's kind of conflicting.
Okay, how about
have the Kenku speak in like an unreasonably deep voice?
I was gonna do that for the goblin because I realized that when I first started doing the goblin voice forever ago, I actually had a different voice, and I slowly slipped into this voice for the goblin. So yeah, the goblin is now a deeper voice. Okay. Like I said, I don't know how. The Kenku extends.
And now Doomslayer looks super confused over this change.
The Kenku extends a hand, and a slight breeze blows through the cave, ruffling the goblin's robes. His notes suddenly blow out of his pockets, including the 2 spells that he managed to copy down from the ancient Book of Secrets. And these notes just kind of hover there, suspended in air, as though stuck in an invisible, stuck to an invisible billboard made of wind. The goblin's like, "Hey, give me those back!" And then the Kenku just blows the pages out of his grasp, and they fly into a neat little pile, and then blow up the top of the volcano, like going up the passage. And the goblin looks very annoyed, and he's like, "Why?" And he turns sheepishly back to face the Kenku, like, "So, how long have you been spying on me, huh?" The Kenku are like, "We see all." Of course you do. You know you bird brains can really be annoying sometimes. So I guess that means you know what I'm trying to do, huh? The goblin tries to motion to Doom Guy to start moving forward to attack the Kenku as surreptitiously as possible. "You should stop!" And then the goblin's like...
I'm just gonna sit there and see what happens.
And the goblin's like, "In the words of my wise, fruity compatriot, who is recently deceased, know you." And the goblin is going to cast a force field spell around himself as the Kenku each like lift off their hood and assume a battle stance and raise their quarterstaffs.
Wait, are the Kenku and the goblin fighting?
Yep.
Oh.
Also, Jeb, while you're starting to head down the mountain, just some random, like a pile of papers just kind of like flutters down and stacks itself neatly in your hands.
I look up to the sky and I start saying to my patron, my goddess or god, "What in the world do you have for me here?"
You find that the information is, there's 2 spells in there. One of them is Exorcism, the spell that you already know, and then there's another spell that's some sort of healing spell for the Earth Gods or something. And it's got a proper map of the entire island, like a more accurate map than the dumb one that I gave you from the humans. It's like actually is the proper shape. It shows the shape of the turtle and everything, and it's got some other information that's helpful. It's basically just a bunch of information that the goblin copied down from the Book of Secrets, because he managed to copy down more than you guys did. But it'll take a little bit to figure that kind of thing out. As you're walking.
I like to sit crisscross applesauce and start looking at it.
Oh, you're not gonna keep walking first? You're just gonna sit right there on the...
I can't walk and read at the same time.
Alright, so you're just gonna sit on the mountain and start reading. That's fine. Cool beans. Yep. Meanwhile, so the goblin has cast a force field around himself, and the Kenku are assuming battle stances. Doom Guy is just standing there. He's just like, "I ain't touching this." This is
just pulls out a bag of popcorn.
Pulls out a bag of popcorn.
All right. Well,
where's he keeping that popcorn?
Oh no! Oh no! Okay.
Probably in a pocket in his armor or something.
Dang it! One of the notes I had is gonna be a problem. Okay. Doom Guy, can you roll me a Wisdom saving throw?
Oh boy.
I know.
Nat 20.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So you don't even notice that anything happens. You're just chilling, eating your popcorn. Sounds good.
What would happen if I were to fail?
Yeah, you'll never know. So,
alright, fine.
The Kenku just start fighting this goblin, like casting weird spells that you like. You're not a spellcaster, Doom Guy, so all you see is like flashes of different colored lights blasting back and forth, like faster than you can even register, and you're just like, "Whoa, fireworks!" I am just surprised. And eventually, two of these Kenku kind of like move in close with their quarterstaffs and start like using what looks like martial arts or something, and they start bonking him in the head with their quarterstaffs, bludgeoning him. And the goblin gets like pushed backward towards the gates of Veritas, and he's like trying to block himself, and he's like, "Stop it!" Or sorry, this is lower voice for the goblin now. He's like, "Stop it! I just want to awaken the earth gods." And they're like, "No, you must help." And he's like, "I'll never." And then they're like, "Your choice." And they
okay,
this is
now at this point, I realize what's happening. Walk up to the goblin, point shotgun, raise his head.
Oh,
well, I was gonna say that they already this is Sparta kicked the goblin through the doors of Veritas, and he falls into the lava below. Like just woo, and he's like, "No!"
Wait, no. I want to change his mind. I have a gun. I can do anything.
I have a boomstick.
So you wanna stop this from happening before it happens?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Also, I forgot that Keep was supposed to be here. He was supposed to be one of the survivors, but I guess that didn't happen, so my bad, whoops. Oh well. Let's just say that didn't happen after all. He was supposed to try to save this guy as well. My bad. So... What would you like to do exactly? So you want to
I would like
draw your shotgun?
I'd like to see this happen, and then just walk in between the two of them and like try and like stop the fighting at least for a moment.
Okay, the Kenku kind of both the two ones that were in hand-to-hand combat, they kind of stop and they're just like, "What up?"
Right. Then I'd like to turn around and like, just like ask the goblin about what is happening.
The goblin is like, "These bird brains want to keep the island, keep the gods asleep. They want to keep everything the way it's been, and leave all the humans and the orcs alive and everything, but we're aiming for something better. These humans and these orcs, they keep bickering, they keep ruining everything. They don't deserve to still be on this island. You're with me, aren't you?"
Right. I'm typing out what I want to like signal.
Okay. Jebby, as you're reading, you see that the second spell that you didn't get to copy down is a spell called Cleansing Vapors. You need someone who's a pretty good magic caster, but it is a spell that basically will create a large cloud that has healing effects and can like purge diseases in like a large area, anyone who breathes in the vapor, and you can just kind of like make a big cloud in an area or like control where it goes a little bit. You can't like make a weather effect, but it just you can kind of control where this cloud goes, and it moves at like 4 feet a second.
And is this a scroll?
This is just a this goblin copied down the way to cast this spell, so you can cast it as a regular 3rd level spell, or you could cast it as a ritual if you wanted to, which the ritual would take 2 hours to cast.
Sheesh. It's a 3rd level spell. I wouldn't even be able to cast it. I'd have to be a level 7.
Oh, because you're a paladin spellcaster. Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Although there might be someone who's able to cast it. Someone else. Yep. So, what did you send? Did you already send it? And the alternative is a demonic invasion. You do not know what's that like.
Yeah, just a I want to like try to signal that to the goblin. He'll know what I'm saying.
So the alternative to killing everyone is a demonic invasion? What do you mean?
The alternative to humans and orcs and all that is like something worse.
Oh. Alright. So what are you trying to persuade him to not try to be killing everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, roll persuasion.
Alright. Will this thing load? Alright, hold on. Okay, that's a 19.
Okay. Yeah, so you're... Did I have stats for this guy? Where is the goblin stats? Alright, well, yeah, the goblin is not convinced. The goblin is just like, no! It's gone on for too long!
Okay, screw this. Shotgun, intimidation. Let's do this.
Intimidation? Okay, roll
Yeah.
me intimidation.
And, of course, that nat 20s. Jeez.
Oh my gosh. So he's like, I'm not gonna help you! I just... what do you want me to do?
Actually, maybe we can go help out Glumporia with his fight.
Just please
fight
don't
against,
kill
like,
me, okay? Please! I don't agree with you, but... I can stop trying to kill everyone. Okay, so,
Wait, there, tapped it.
okay.
And after doing that, I just take off, just walk off, start heading toward Pool Wisdom.
Wait, what? You're just gonna...
I told you, gamer's intuition.
You're just gonna walk off? Wait, what did you try to say to him, though? What was the last...
The chat.
I've got an idea. Follow me and prepare to kill a giant monster. Oh. Okay, did you say this to the Kenku too, or are you just saying this to the goblin?
No, I said it to the goblin.
The goblin's like, what? Okay. But he's too intimidated to resist, so he's just like, hi, can I get past you guys? Okay, thank you, bye. And the Kenku just watch with disapproval, and they're like, And, yeah, then they just put on their hoods again, and they disappear in a cloud of feathers, leaving behind you guys as you're going along, and Jebjebi sitting on the top of the mountain with a pile of papers in his lap, and yeah, that's what you guys are doing. So you guys start heading north, and Jebjebi, after you finish reading, are you gonna head north too, like you were planning to?
Yep.
Okay. So you have this new spell, perhaps not the knowledge of how to cast it, but I guess if this goblin is a high-level spellcaster, maybe he or the Kenku would be able to help you out. So, you guys all begin heading north, and I guess that part is no longer relevant, because you guys did things I didn't expect you to do, so whatever.
Did we do a bad?
No, it's fine, I'm just surprised. So, meanwhile, the plan with Glumpario and Dravis worked flawlessly. The army of humans has successfully led the orcs all the way up to the northern part of the island, but actually, I guess we should probably figure this out first. So, the Goblin and Doom guy, as they're traveling north, you see the group of humans, or like the army of humans traveling south to go to the capital to cause the luring thing to happen. What do you guys want to do?
Nothing.
You're just gonna ignore them and keep going north?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Which part of the island are you gonna be traveling on? Along the spine of rocks, or like the spine of mountains that go across the very center of the island, or are you going to go on one of the two sides of the island?
Which path is safer?
Well, I mean, you wouldn't know that as your character.
Wait, which route am I on right now?
I mean, if I had to just put you on one, I'd probably say the human side. I guess.
Yeah, I guess we can keep taking the human side.
Sure. All right. So yeah, you walk across, or like along the grassy meadow that travels along the whole side of the mountain range, and eventually as you're traveling north, you come across the ruins that Glompario and everyone else came across, the ones that housed the half orcs. You come across that same ruins area. Do you want to do anything with that, or just keep on going through?
No, keep going, but like the goblin can tell I'm deep in thought.
Okay. So the goblin's just following you, just kind of like, ugh, don't know what's going on. Jebby, what are you doing?
I'd like to stop by that ruins area.
You want to go there intentionally?
Yeah, intentionally.
Ignoring the human army that's to your right? As they're like traveling south and you're traveling north?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, so you go to the ruins. What are you going to do there?
When I go in, I make my voice loud enough for everyone to hear, and I say, "Everyone, it's me, Jebby."
All right. You see some half-orcs kind of crawl out of the ruins, and they're kind of like, "What are you doing back here?"
I thought they liked me, since I helped them.
Yeah. They don't really like anyone, but they're okay with you now that they see who you are.
I'd like to warn you that there's a war going on the surface. Be careful.
A war going on? Ugh. When is there ever not a war going on?
Well, this one's a lot worse. The human capital has fallen, and the orcs are trying to take out the humans.
Oh. Well, that's, we're safe here, aren't we? No one comes around here.
I don't know. You might want to be careful either way. Try to find a way to hide if anything seems to be amiss.
Alright, well, thank you for warning us, I suppose. Do you have any suggestions of places to go, or should we just stay here?
Try to stay underground for a while, and if I survive this war, back and see if I can help you all.
Alright, thanks. We appreciate it.
Alright, I start heading out now.
Alright, cool. So both of you groups are heading just to the northern...
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're traveling north...
We're gonna have like a throwdown.
Yeah, as you all reach the northern part of the island, you see off to your left the mistlands that I mentioned, like the area that's kind of swirling in mist. You see like there's a big blue just sky beam that kind of like zaps into the air for just a short little while, and then it disappears again and it's gone. And then the entire area that was shrouded in mist just kind of like disappears, like the mist slowly dissipates, leaving behind just a normal area again. And you wonder what happened. Just a weird light thing that happened. And once you all reach the northern part, I would say that Doom Guy and Goblin Man reach the Eye of Truth stronghold place first, before Jebby does, and Jebby will arrive second. How do you guys want things to go down? What are you guys going to do?
All right.
Doom Guy and Goblin Man don't... Well, I mean, I guess Goblin Man would know Guy Dude, but nobody would know Chiron. And those would be the only guys that you guys see. So
I did arrive there within a specific time.
Yeah, you arrive probably an hour or two after Doom Guy and Goblin Man do. So how do Goblin Man and Doom Guy react when they come to the Eye of Truth or whatever, and they find Guy Dude and Chiron there, with Cress,
forgetting his name.
Donovan, and Susan nowhere to be seen.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do keep forgetting names because there's too many to keep track of. Like, I have to keep track of too many things.
That's why
Yeah,
you
but
should
it's
have more than
It's mainly Kaiseron that everyone forgets.
Yeah, well, he's just there. Stu joined the campaign for one time and then just left him there forever. So he's just existing for no reason.
Well, I guess Slayer just waves to them, like, "Hey, how you doing?"
They just kind of wave back and they're like, "Hi, who are you?"
I'll let the goblin do the talking.
I don't know why we're here. This man just silently requested that I come here, and I don't know why. This place looks like a wreck.
I'll have the goblin ask what everyone else is doing there.
We're waiting for our friends to bring an army of orcs so that we can have them fight a giant demon slime monster, says Guy Dude.
Wait, let me type.
Typing again.
Alright, it's in chat.
Okay. So you say... Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
As in, you've come to bring an army of orcs and kill a giant demon thing? What?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. I mean, that's...
The goblin realizes
an odd coincidence. The goblin realizes what?
Realizes the plan.
The goblin's like, oh gosh. I don't know what the plan is, to be honest. Are you trying to kill the orcs? Maybe this is a good plan. I like this plan.
Wow!
Alright, first, ask him if he knows about how exorcism works.
About the exorcism spell?
Yeah, like how it works.
Of course I know how the exorcism spell works. I have it copied down in my notes, which I no longer have. Thanks, Kanko.
Well, then he knows that it'll spawn a giant monster.
I do know that.
Summon it on the turtle.
Wow.
And we have a giant army of orcs is coming this way, with lots of weapons. They'll see the monster, think it's ours.
This is hilarious. This is not how I expected this to go.
Or they flee.
So then, how about we have Jeb Jebby arrive too, while they're talking about this kind of thing?
Wow, today's been quite the day. Such a small world we live in, huh? I say that just to everyone in general.
How did you guys know that? How did you know that we were coming here? What are you? What? I don't know.
I didn't come here because I knew you were here. I came here because I knew Glum.
Ah, I see. Oh yeah, Glumpario's here. Wait, you're talking to yourself now. This is interesting.
Wait.
Yeah, Glumpario and wait, no. Sorry. Glumpario is still with the army. That's in the south. Yeah, sorry.
But I don't know that.
Okay, gotcha. But when that happens, you'll be talking to yourself. That'll be the first time that's happened.
Right?
Yeah, Guy Dude's there, and Chiron is there. And they're just chilling.
I don't know Chiron.
Yep, nobody does.
So I turned to Guy Dude. So where is Glompario?
Guy Dude's like, he's supposedly on his way with an army of orcs.
An army of orcs? What do you mean?
Well, you know how the giant army to the south... wait, he doesn't know that. Okay, so he's like, Glompario and Dravis went to go find the army of orcs and try to lure them all the way up here so that they could fight the exorcism creature that is created when we try to cure the creature, or cure the island, because otherwise we might not have a chance of defeating it.
That's an interesting idea, but I think we should also try this new spell out that I found There. Try this new spell out that happened to fall into my hands. And then I show Guy Dude the
Wait a minute, are those my notes? How did you... How? What? Why? Where? When?
Severus had these notes delivered to me.
Who's Severus? Snape?
Severus is the god of divination.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Severus is the god of divination.
The only
He's
god
the
I
god
care
of
about is the
our-
Earth God. Anyway, you can have my notes, I don't care.
You seem a little more perturbed than last time we've seen each other.
Well, I'm only here because I've had a shotgun pointed at my head the whole time, so, I mean, you would be pretty perturbed too, walking a whole day.
I thought you two were friends.
Well, we were, I thought.
I look to,
Doom Guy.
Doom Guy. I was going to call him Shotgun Guy.
What did I do to deserve this reputation?
So why did you point your whatever that is at your friend?
Wait, sorry?
I said, so why did you point whatever that is at your friend?
Cause he's a jerk, that's why. I ain't gonna translate for him this time.
Yeah, what he said.
He talks.
Alright, so let's move down to Glumporio and Dravis. Running for your lives, leading a giant army of humans who are also leading a giant army of orcs. Suddenly, Jeb-Jebby, and Guy Dude, and Chiron, and Doom Guy, and the Goblin all feel the thundering of 1,000 footsteps, or probably more than 1,000, as all these orcs and humans are just kind of like charging north, coming across these defenses, like pouring over walls and just charging towards this heavily fortified area.
So I react by showing Guy Dude the spell. Do you think you can cast a spell on the turtle? This might reduce the size of the enemy that we summon.
You mean cast the healing vapors one?
Yes.
I don't know. It seems a bit beyond my league as well. You and I are about the same level of spellcasting ability, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. What about you, Goblin?
What? Me? What about me?
Can you cast this spell?
The healing vapors one?
Yes.
Why would I do that?
Because you're going to help us, are you
I
not?
load up the shotgun again. I load up the shotgun this time.
Yeah. Since you nat 20'd your intimidation from earlier, I'm just gonna say that he's incredibly intimidated for forevermore. So he's just like, no, please.
Well, I'm not going to force you to do this if you don't want to. I'd like to...
He's like, I am.
I make like I'm trying to make him do the thing, though.
So
Is he going to accept or not?
well, are you trying to force him
I'm not going to force it on him.
But I am.
to? All right. So what's your plan? The goblin is
Well, I was
forcing...
thinking that we could cast healing vapors on the turtle to reduce the strength of the enemy, because I was able to use lay on hands on the prince and reduce the enemy coming out.
That makes sense, I guess. And I do want the turtle to be healed. Fine, I'll help you. Do you know
I give
where
him
the
the
best
spell.
place to cast this would be? Because it produces
I
like
do
a
not
cloud,
know.
right?
Yes. I look over to Guy Dude. Do you know where we need to cast this?
I've got an idea. And the goblin tries to start leading you north, farther.
Eyeball.
Okay, the goblin leads you guys to the very northernmost tip of the island, all the way to like this spot about, and you can see that there's like 2 slits in the rock here that seem to have like a faint breeze blowing in and out of them from time to time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure you can figure out what that is.
Nope.
And that's where he
probably the
leads
mouth.
you. Well, no, it's the nose, but sure. The breathing
Alright.
apparatus. Or a breathing apparatus, I guess.
Cast a spell so
That's-
we can get this
I just made
done.
that up. That's dumb. It doesn't even make sense. But sure, whatever. Let's do it. So the goblin is like, so you want me to do this right now?
Yes, before the army gets here.
If you insist. And like sends a giant like water vapor cloud into the air, and he's aiming it directly at the nostrils of the giant turtle or whatever, and it just goes like into the nostrils, and it's continued to produce for a while, so a lot of it goes in the nostrils when the giant turtle inhales, and then it's still producing for a while, and then the goblin closes his hand and it stops, so the cloud kind of is outside of it as well, doesn't all get inhaled, and that's fun. Okay, might be a problem, but that's fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Nothing's gonna happen.
Are we doing things you're not expecting?
Yes, very much so.
Oh lord.
So yeah, that's good. Everything's fine. That's a good thing. Definitely
I
won't.
kind of doubt that.
That definitely won't end up healing the monster or anything.
Wait, what? Killing the monster?
Yeah, having
I
a
thought it was supposed to
having a-
cure the illness.
yeah, but having a giant healing cloud surrounding where the giant monster is going to be, and having a lot of surface area that
Wait,
will be fine.
my plan was to perform exorcism on the pool of wisdom.
Yeah, that's still the
since you said
plan.
that it was like an eye.
Yep, that's still the plan. They were Jeb was just trying to reduce the amount of healing, or the amount of.
Because I feel like
fine.
that the giant turtle's too big for what spell that the.
I will say that
goblin-
this probably helped you. It's good. And it also like it casts a little bit more cloud than you needed just because of the way the spell works. So there's a
Okay,
little bit of
everybody-
residual cloud that'll be like healing you guys.
All of you should probably breathe in the cloud as fast as possible.
A brilliant plan.
Because I feel like that this cloud
The rumbling is approaching.
didn't do enough. I'm a little skeptical of this spell. I would like to lay on hands on the turtle.
Sure, go for it.
Can I touch the turtle from here? Is there direct contact?
If you want to touch the eye, you can. That's probably the only place you
Yes,
can
I'd
really
like to touch the
directly
eye,
touch
then.
the creature. Yeah, do it.
All right, so I'd like to use all of my lay on hand on him.
Yeah, sure.
So
It acts the
One,
same way
two-
that you always expect. Makes the glow or whatever.
yeah, it's
And-
20 points, by the way.
Oh, nice, cool. Because you're level 4 now.
Yep.
Very cool. I assume Guy Dude will probably do the same, following your lead, and you both work together to try to heal the turtle as much as possible. It doesn't make any discernible distance or difference that you can tell, but at least you tried. It is a very large creature.
Yeah.
So with that, the rumbling army is approaching. Glompario and Dravis are in the front of the pack. They lead. They run through the gates of the fortified, previously orc-run fortifications, and they run in, arriving with you guys and leading the giant army of humans in behind them, who begin pouring in the portcullis and trying to take up spots in this tower or in this fortification, and they're getting ready to try to close the portcullis behind them before the orcs get there. What would you guys like to do? Gravis and Guy Dude, you can run into the rest of them.
Shoot. Thing is, do I have any time for a long rest? I probably don't.
Not Not anymore.
Okay,
All
I'd
right.
like to help shut the portals.
Alright.
The moment the orcs manage to break in, we need like at
Glampario
least
and
one other person.
Doom Guy are gonna see each other, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like
okay.
yeah. Before we see each other, want to like get as many people as possible and tell them like, before we do that, the moment the orcs come in, we need at least 2 people to perform exorcism on the pool of wisdom. All right.
2 people?
Just in case one of us crit fails.
Hmm.
Oh.
That's a good plan.
All right.
Well, there's
Is
no
anyone here available to do that?
for it.
Guy dude raises his hand. He's like, I know how to do it. And the goblin's like, I know how to do it too.
Goblin, you look like you've been through a lot. You're a backup.
Okay.
Dude, are you sure you can do this?
I guess. That's just how he always responds to everything.
Alright, you got this.
Alright, so
And then I just give him a hug.
Oh.
Jubby, as the last of the humans are rushing in, just barely ahead of the orcs, Jubby just like releases the chain. It goes clink, 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 and the portal slams shut, leaving the orcs locked out of their own previously orc-run fortifications, and now they're battering against the walls, trying to climb them, and attempting to siege their own fortress. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to climb onto the bastion.
The what?
And the bastion.
Bastion?
Bastion.
I
It's
don't know
the
that
top
word.
of the wall where
Okay.
the guards run back and forth.
Gotcha, okay.
I'd like to go in the bastion. Oh wait, I don't even have my spear. Oh crap!
Oh no! It's in Banana's face at the bottom of the mountain.
Yes, it is. Well, are there any rocks or rubble next to me?
Oh yes, there's tons of that.
I'd
All over the
like
place.
to pick up a rubble and just drop it on one of their heads.
Just pick up a rubble. Boop. Ha! Take that. I dropped it on you. Okay, sure.
Oh no.
Roll me dex, I guess.
Just to drop it on their head?
To hit him, I guess. So dex, I don't know. I mean, sure.
Roll to hit?
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Are you
I
trying
don't.
to kill
I don't
him, or
care. Like.
I'm just trying to hit him. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. So yeah, the
So
orcs are sieging. They're like attempting to climb the wall. The wall is broken in many spots, as we've established. So they're kind of pouring in from certain sides. The humans are exhausted. The orcs are exhausted from running all day. It's just a mess of tired people swinging at each other, trying to murder each other. And you guys are trying to make your plan work. When are you going to attempt to do exorcism or whatever?
Right now.
Okay.
Guy dude. It's time.
Guided and Jebby, are you gonna both do it, or is it just one of you?
Jebby's on the bastion.
Oh, okay. Well, Guidude's like, oh, well, I guess it's my time to shine. And he puts both hands on the eye, concentrates for a moment, and begins muttering to himself. Burps. Sorry. And he casts exorcism. Oh! Wow, okay. That's interesting. So, alright. That's interesting. So he begins to, like, you remember how it was cast before, like, you'd have to, like, pull the saran wrap grossness out, and it took a lot of effort. So Guy Dude, like, has trouble getting his hands off of it, and it seems to be, like, climbing up his arms, and he's like, oh boy, but then with one mighty yank, and the goblin kind of like grabs his waist and helps him yank, it just like an enormous, gigantic, huge bunch of slime just like flies out of the eye and goes up into the sky, forming a gigantic blobby orange disgusting creature. Also the turtle becomes healed, but takes a little bit of time for it to like fully regain strength or whatever. So the ground stays silent for a moment, but may begin to rumble in just a little bit. So Jebby, remember, when the ground rumbles, combat must not go past round 8. Yeah, so it's go time.
Okay, so
there is now
I yell out, "It's yeet time!"
There is now a 20-foot tall, gigantic, orange, blobby monster creature, just like Godzilla, looking around and
wants to be a
preparing
content gremlin.
It is a content gremlin. Oh my gosh, brilliant.
For real?
I don't know. No, this is a Stuart Lower. This is a yeah. All right, so there is now a gigantic, horrifying, super powerful monster in your midst, like in the walls of the fortification, and the humans are kind of trapped in there with it, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, what? This was part of the plan!" And the orcs on the outside are like, "Oh my gosh, what is that? This is part of the plan!" And yeah, now what? What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna fight it? Are you gonna run?
I'd like to ready my longsword and put my fist up in the air and say, "Humans!
It's yeet time!"
It's yeet time!
Alright, everyone roll initiative.
Right.
Boy.
Oh boy, no bamboozle.
19.
Nice.
What are these rolls?
18.
I got 7.
So you got 19, Jeb?
Yeah.
Okay, and 18 for Glom. What about Doom Guy?
That would be a 20.
20. Okay, what about you, Dravis? 7?
7.
Okay. There's too many things for me to keep track of in this fight. This is gonna be terrible. I'm just gonna completely ignore Chiron. Okay, who else do I need to keep track of? Guy dude, ugh. Okay. Alright. So, Doom Guy goes first.
Did he roll an 18?
No, he rolled a 20.
Doom Guy had a 20.
Oh. Oh, right.
All right.
Mario was.
So, there's a giant
Doom Guy had a
roaring
20, Glom had
slimy
an
monster.
18.
What? What? Is Jack dying again?
Jackie Poo.
Jackie Poo.
We're about to start
Yeah.
battle. You can't do this.
Yep, he's
Oh,
dying.
no.
All right.
Waiting for it. I'm waiting for my internet to stabilize. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess Doomslayer just gives, as usual,
Just does what?
just gives you the shotgun to the head.
It's a 20-foot tall monster. How can he put it to
Yeah,
the head?
Have you seen how fast that guy moves and jumps? He can do that.
So you're gonna somehow jump up 20 feet and be like, "Arr!"
Yeah.
Are you going to jump and like hit the creature as you're like running and jumping into it, or are you just gonna jump and shoot and then fall back? Or
I don't know. I guess hit it.
you're gonna jump into it, basically, like kind of giving it a kick as you're doing it?
Yeah.
All right, first, roll me strength to jump that high, which you shouldn't be able to anyway, but sure.
19.
Why do I even ask for rolls? Okay, sure, why? Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so you jump up there. Now roll me a hit. Roll to hit.
That is an 18.
Okay. Alright, yeah, that hits. And damage?
D8.
Okay. Very cool. Good deal. Now I just need to deal with the whole you impacting this creature made of slime. So when you shoot this creature, its head kind of goes and reforms again as you shoot it in the face, but then as you like kind of slam into it with your body, you're like hitting it in the shoulder kind of, and you just kind of like stick into it like it's made of like molasses or jelly, and you're like, ugh, gross. And immediately, oh, sorry, hold on, I forgot to make one roll.
Why did I feel like that was going to happen?
That I forgot to roll?
No, that he was going to stick to the, like, molasses.
Because that's what the creature's made of, basically.
Molasses?
No, it's not actually, but... So...
He said basically.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I hope we have enough DPS through the two armies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my. Okay, what'd you get?
A 16. This better not be life or death.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, this is interesting.
You too, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm sorry for Doom Guy. So you begin to like have your arms kind of like stuck to this sauce, and it's like glooping over you and like trapping you even more, and you basically are kind of like getting absorbed into the creature. Like it's slowly forming around you, like you're sinking into Play-Doh or something, and getting like attacked by it, and it seems to be like seeping into your skin as you're like kind of stuck there, unable to really do much. And yeah, that's what's happening, and it's like letting off a horrifying roar as it's like got you on it, and it's doing whatever it's doing. So yeah, that's that. Now it is Jeb's turn.
Jebby would like to jump down from Bastion and run up to one of its big toes and stab his longsword into its big toe.
Alright, roll to hit.
Oh, wow!
What, crit fail?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my lord.
I missed the big toe.
Okay, let's figure out what happens for that. That's fun.
You should have gone for the head.
Should have picked Moji.
Oh no.
Well, I can't jump like Doom Guy.
Okay, where is the... Okay, there we go. 31, So, not only do you miss, but you also realize that they are definitely the superior combatant, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll against it. And you just completely miss the toe. Or like, you kind of stab into it a little bit, but it just like reforms, like you stab, and then it goes, whoop, just like reforms immediately next to it, like it didn't even hurt at all.
Okay.
And it is now Glumpario's turn.
Run.
Run!
Wow.
Probably a good plan. Just let the orcs take care of it. There's a lot of them.
Yeah,
It'll be
wasn't that
fine.
the plan to begin with?
Yeah, that's
that was...
you trapped yourself in the... You played yourself. Alright.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yep, okay. So you start running. Where do you run, exactly? North, south, east, west? Away from the thing?
Just anywhere away from the thing.
Okay. Cool. Roll me perception.
Alright.
And are you trying
7.
are you trying to run towards like maybe the dock area with the boats or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 7 on perception. Okay, cool. Not enough. Anyone else who is near the Eye of Truth or the Pool of Wisdom, roll me perception as well. You can choose if you're near that or not. I guess
don't think
I guess Jebby is kind of near it because that's he's near the Eye of Truth or the Pool of Wisdom, sorry, because that's where Guy Dude did the thing. It was right next to that.
Perception is a 19.
All right. You see Charles Goodshow.
Oh Lord.
Standing near the Pool of Wisdom and looking like he's thinking about doing something. That wouldn't be a good plan.
I yell out, "How are you still alive?"
Oh, don't worry about it. I've got my ways. And now it is who else?
Pollock wanted his characters to die.
Yep,
Yeah.
Don't worry, one of them dead. One of them still has a small part to play in this, possibly, depending on how we want things to go. Remember remember the whole reason that he's got like this ring that allows him to cast multiple concentration spells at once, and the whole reason he wanted to be level 4? The whole plan that I figured out that he was planning on doing?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he might be planning on trying to shrink the entire island and capture it. So that's another possible ending. We'll see how that goes. I would recommend not letting that happen because everyone would die, but we'll see how it goes. So we're gonna leave off with the humans' turn next and the orcs going directly after it. But I can't stay any longer, so we're gonna have to keep this last thing for next session. One more session of the world completely ending and coming to a catastrophic end, or possibly a happy ending. We'll never know. I don't have any idea what's gonna happen. We'll figure
there's
it out.
no in between here.
Yeah, it's either gonna be really great or it's gonna be really bad, and there's no in between. So we'll have to figure out the ending next session. That'll definitely be the last session because now we've got everyone together. Everyone is here. It's just a mess. And
I got to kill Banana.
You did get to kill Banana. So yeah, but that's about it for this stream and for this session. I gotta go do something with my sister because I expected this to go a bit quicker. Even though I was trying to summarize, it still wasn't fast enough, sorry. But next time we'll bring it to a conclusion, and I guess we'll end the stream now. So thanks. Bye, stream.